very delightful. We made this cocktail by taking half a lemon of its juice, an ounce of honey ginger syrup, adding them to a shaker tin, although not really a shaker tin in this episode, with ice, adding in 2 ounces of a blended scotch, in this case a very good and expensive blended scotch, giving it a good shake, giving it a good strain, adding in a floater of Ardbeg Supernova, and then just going to town on it. Hi, I'm Jeffery, Petrone, and this is a penicillin, which I am not allergic to. So, we're going to be tackling something that I cannot have in real life, or at least the thing that this is named after. We're going to be making a penicillin. So, strap in. So the first thing that we're going to do, or at least the first thing I'm going to do, is fill a non-shaker tin with ice, because I have lost my proper shaker. Okay, so now that we have our shaker filled with ice, what we're going to do is do this weird thing that sometimes people do when they cut a lemon, which I don't exactly know, but considering the amount of juice that we're going for, we're just going to cut it in half and really just go to town. Not really caring if we get any seeds in, because of course we are going to strain the drink. Of course, I am the internet's worst bartender, I guess, now. So, if you can, just try and use some magic to avoid putting in any seeds. And if you have a lemon that just isn't really giving up any of its juice, or at least giving up that much juice, you can always just start to taunt it like, "You're nothing to me, lemon. You mean nothing." And maybe that'll help. After that, what we're going to do is add in an ounce of some honey ginger syrup. Now, you can really make this however you want, but I made it really just taking some bits of ginger, hot water, honey, shaking them up, letting them sit overnight, and boom, some honey ginger syrup. Now, traditionally this calls for a blended scotch, and that's what we're going to use. But not just any blended scotch, we're really going all the way out with this cocktail, and we're going to put in some 2 ounces of the good stuff, giving some to the floor and of course to Richard Patterson, because we're using Mackinlay's rare old Highland malt whiskey, blended in bulk by Jeff Mackinlay. Of course, this is a reconstruction of a whiskey that was lost during Shackleton's 1907 expedition to Antarctica. And yeah, put together by Richard Patterson. It is very interesting and has some of the only stocks of peated Dalmore that I have ever heard of. So yeah, we're already giving it a bit of smoke with the inclusion of this, going a little more higher stakes than most normally would, but considering how janky everything else is, why not? So, time's a wasting, time's to be a shaken, I guess. I'm not... What was that? So this isn't really a drink that you want to shake entirely vigorously, but it is a drink that you will want to shake because of the inclusion of things like citrus. And with that out of the way, let's give it a strain. Now, considering the fact that I just gave it such a pounding, you know, I am going to take some of the reserve ice, primarily because ice shortage, apparently. It's winter and we're running out of ice. And we're just gonna add that gingerly into the cocktail, really without much care, creating the most beautifully made amateur cocktail. But is that it, you might ask? Besides giving it a nice stir, that is not it. What we're gonna do is finish it off with a nice floater of a peated scotch. And that peated scotch would be Ardbeg Supernova. Because when we go big here, we really go big. So, there is a spoonful. And because I really didn't like that, I'm just gonna add in about, I don't know, a quarter of an ounce. And just slowly dabble it in. And of course, here is our relatively almost milky looking, I always love the color on these things, Penicillin. And of course, you could have put your drink in a big novelty glass like I did, or just a normal rocks glass. Or really any glass that you choose, because you make the cocktails however you want. Use a grapefruit maybe, a lime even, a whole lemon even. Make it yourself, go to town. Bye ya.